Hey everyone, Melanie here, and I'm going to talk to you today about the FIRE movement. So first, what is the FIRE movement? Well, to answer this, we first need to talk about the traditional life, the American dream, the life we were sold, right? It's a life that most people were taught they should strive for. Go to college, get a high-paying job, work 40 plus hours per week, get married, have a family, buy a home in the suburbs, and retire when you hit 65 years old to a life of golf and grandkids. I don't know about you, but that sounds terrible to me. The FIRE movement is about subverting that life script and living the life that we want to live before we're too old to enjoy it. So FIRE stands for Financially Independent, Retired Early. It means quitting your job and living your life on your terms. It's about enjoying life while you're still young enough to enjoy it. It's about doing all the things that you want to do while you're still young enough to do them. You might think this life is unattainable. It's just a pipe dream. But it's not. Trust me, it's not. It may have started with software bros living in their parents' basement making $200,000 per year and saving all of it. But it's grown and it's adapted so much that there is a type of FIRE for everyone. So let's talk about the main types of FIRE that you can pursue. First, there's Coast FIRE. Coast FIRE means you have enough money in savings to have a comfortable withdrawal rate when you reach age 65. It means that you don't have to put any more money. It means that you don't have to put any more money into your retirement account. However, with Coast FIRE, you do not have enough money to live off of before you retire, so you still have to work to pay for your daily living expenses. Reaching Coast FIRE is an awesome goalpost, especially because nobody wants to be destitute when they retire. Coast FIRE is generally calculated based on your expected returns. For example, I'm at Coast FIRE in my 401k right now, but that's only because I have 30 years for it to grow, right? If I magically became 65 tomorrow, I would not be able to retire. There's not enough money in there to do that. It takes the expected rate of return into consideration. I actually made a really awesome video on how to calculate Coast FIRE, so be sure to check that one out. I have the link to it in the comments. Next, we need to talk about Barista Fire. Many people think that Barista Fire and Coast Fire are basically the same thing. They call it Barista Fire because you just have to go work at a coffee shop a few days a week to pay for your basic living expenses. However, in my opinion, they're two very different things. So Coast Fire means you need your traditional job. You need the normal high-stress, high-paying job in order to pay for your living expenses. Whereas with Barista Fire, you don't need that full-time job. You only need a job to pay for maybe some of your nights out or maybe for health insurance. Barista Fire basically gives you a little bit of extra income as a stopgap between your savings and your expenses. So it means you can take a low-stress job. It could be part-time, it could be full-time, but just not stressful, like working at a coffee shop, even though I would think working at a coffee shop is super stressful and terrible. But hey, some coffee shops are super easy and laid back as well. So that's the difference between Barista Fire and Coast Fire, in my opinion. I might be the only person in history who even makes a distinction, but that's okay. That's what I think. The next type of FIRE is lean FIRE. There's a lot of controversy in the FIRE movement about lean FIRE. Like, is that even an appropriate term for it? What does it mean? I was always taught that lean FIRE meant that you retired and you spent less than $40,000 per year on your living expenses. Now maybe lean is a bad word for it. I don't know, but that's what I consider it. If you can lower your living expenses to less than $40,000 per year and then have enough money saved to pay all of that, you're at lean FIRE. Lean FIRE goes hand in hand with the minimalist movement and the self-sufficiency movement and those other movements, because if you're homesteading and growing your own food and providing your own electricity and things of that nature, you generally do need less than $40,000 a year to live on. There's so many things that people are doing to create a lean FIRE lifestyle for themselves that it's definitely worth looking into. And the opposite of lean FIRE is fat FIRE. That means you have a ton of money. You're spending $100,000, $200,000 per year on your living expenses. Again, this term is controversial in the FIRE movement. We shouldn't be using just body descriptors to describe retirement movements. I get that, but fat fire is a term that has generally been used, and that means your wallet is fat, right? So I'm not going to ever be at Fat Fire. And the thing is, most of us don't actually need that much money, but there are some people out there who want to spend that much per year, and more power to them. You go for it if you can. It's awesome. Now, the last type of fire, it's my favorite. The best fire. We save the best for last. It's called passion fire. And I know what you're thinking. You've never heard of passion fire, right? That's because I made it up. Passion fire is a term I coined that I think really encompasses what the fire movement is all about. It's not about the money, right? It's about living the life you want to live. It's not even about not working. Most people who do achieve financial independence end up working. They just aren't working for somebody else, or they're not working at a job that they hate. That's what it's all about. It's about having enough money in savings that you can pursue your passions. And that's what fire is all about for me. I'm passionate about blogging and creating content and helping other people achieve their financial goals and their dreams and living their true lives. And I love it. I love making these videos and making blog posts and helping other people. It's amazing. It's what I want to do for the rest of my life. I'm passionate about it. My job pays the bills, but hopefully someday these passions will pay the bills instead. And that's what passion fire is all about, doing what you love. And unfortunately, it takes a long time to build up to that. I've been working on Partners in Fire for 3.5 years now, and I'm almost to the point where I'll be able to quit my job and do this full time. And that's amazing. That is what passion fire is about. Quitting the job that pays the bills and being able to pay the bills by doing what you want and what you love. It's awesome. So, one more question that we often get asked. Is this the fire movement legit? Like, is it real? Is it attainable? Can I do that? Can I achieve fire? I know in our world of stagnant wages and crazy, insane costs of living, it might just seem like it's unachievable. It's unattainable. It doesn't work for normal people. But I'm here to tell you that's not the case. Yes, we need change. We need a ton of change to lift people up and to help a lot of people. Not everybody in our society will be able to achieve financial independence with our current system. That's undeniable. That's truth. However, most people who are currently living a middle-class lifestyle in the United States can achieve some sort of financial independence. There's a path to fire for almost everyone, and I'm here to help you find yours. So hit that subscribe button, like this video, share it with your friends, and keep watching for more videos on how to get to financial independence. This entire channel is about passion fire. We're going to help you achieve financial independence so that you can pursue your passions while having a ton of fun along the way. Because after all, that's what life is all about, isn't it?